Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my non-Muslim guests. Thank you for joining me for the 5th time on the hijab series. Now the problem is that we have this trend called hijab tutorials. Now this is going directly to the sisters that make these videos. I'm speaking to you as a convert, someone who's come to Islam, someone who's read the Quran, read the Hadiths, read about the lives of the female companions and the people that came after them. Now, when we read about them, we have an image, a high image of these women or of what they represented. Now, I'm sure you sisters who make these hijab tutorials, if someone, a Muslim, said that they were going to teach someone how to pray, yeah, and instead of teaching someone how to pray, they did a backflip and they called this salat or they called this prayer, you'd be offended, you would be angry. If someone wanted to talk about how to fast during Ramadan and they said that you could, they said that you could drink but you can't eat, and they made videos about this, I'm sure you'd be very upset. Yeah, if someone talked about zakat and they said that you only have to give 1p of your poor, of 1p out of your yearly income to the poor to help them, I'm sure you'll be upset because you've read about prayer, you've read about Ramadan and fasting, you've read about zakat and giving charity and so forth, and you see how the Allah said to do it, and you see how the Prophet said how to do it, and how the companions did it with the prayer, with Ramadan, and with zakat. Now, when you make a video, yeah, and you type into YouTube, yeah, hijab tutorial, yeah, it means you're teaching the people that are going to watch these videos how to, wear hijab, or how to present yourself in hijab, or how to look at hijab in public, because that's what you're saying. If you was gonna write a scarf fashion or Asian fashion or Arab fashion or Indian fashion, that's your business, you could do whatever you want. But if you put hijab tutorial on the video as a description and you put in the tags hijab, Islam, Muslim, female Muslims and this, that and the other, now you're saying it's religious. Now, if this thing that you're doing on your video, yeah, is not how Allah said and the Prophet said, yeah, is not how the female companions did, yeah, this is a sin. And not only is it a sin, it's invalid. So the whole thing is at the end of the day, I want to ask you a sincere question, sister. Sincere question to every single one of you hijabi tutorials, because you have millions and millions of people who follow you on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and this, that and the other, and you keep on putting out videos every week, every month and so forth. I'm asking you a serious question, yeah? Allah is Al-Basir, the all-seeing, yeah? Al-Samir, the all-hearing. Is what you're teaching these people and what you're putting out for millions of people to see, is it how Allah said and the Prophet said, and how the female companions, how can I say, is this the description of hijab that they had? Is what you're teaching them, yeah, in your videos when you put hijab tutorial, is it how Allah said, the Prophet said, and the female companions did it? Wallahi sister, if you say yes, you're lying. Because just go into YouTube and type in hijab tutorial, you'll find every one of these sisters, they have a face full of makeup, yeah, they're bright colour hijabs, like it's a circus show and this, that and the other. Sometimes they have their fringe showing and their hair showing at the front, or their elbow showing, or whatever and so forth. Sometimes it's not even hijab, because hijab is not a scarf, hijab is a body covering. So they might wear the scarf, but they have a face full of makeup, you you've got like lipstick on your lips to make your lips stand out. You do your eyes so they look long, curly, and this, that, and the other. You do your eyebrows and stuff so they look like a line, and this, that, and the other, and so forth. I'm asking you, is this what Allah said when Allah was talking about hijab, and the Prophet was talking about hijab, modesty, and the female companions went outside? Is what Allah said, the Prophet said, and the female companions did, is that what's actualized in your video? Did ever they had makeup, they had khol, and they had makeup in the female companions' time, yeah, and the tabi'in's time, and the abot tabi'in? Did the female companions, yeah, and alive at the time of Prophet, go out in the same hijab you have in your videos? Be honest, because at the end of the day, we know, yeah, that they had makeup in that time, they had beautification, they had, you know, all this stuff, yeah. But are you saying that Aisha, yeah, she used to put on hijab, Fatima used to put on hijab, and then she used to, you know, put bright lips on her lips, you know, to make her lips stand out and look sexy? Is that what you're saying when you put hijab tutorial? Because you put hijab. You put hijab. If someone did a video on, if a Muslim did a video on prayer and he started doing backflips, and then at the end of it he went Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and he put this out, and there's millions of views, you'd be angry. If someone started doing all funny movements in a prayer and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other, and started dancing all this, that, and the other, something in a prayer, said how to perform prayer, or we just mix things up in a prayer and this, that, and you put out on YouTube for millions and millions of people to see, yeah, if you saw that, you'd be angry. If someone said that when you do, you know what I'm saying, Ramadan, instead of fasting from the proper times, it's just for a few hours, you know what I'm saying, during the daytime and this, that, and the other, and you put it out there for YouTube, and there was, and he had millions of views, you'd be angry. So why is it when you read the Quran about how Allah said the hijab should be, the Prophet said the hijab could be, and the female companions wore hijab outside, why do you carry on doing this? Wallahi, what you're doing is a major sin. Yeah, it's a major sin, and this kind of thing earns the anger of Allah. So the whole thing is, at the end of the day, are you saying, because what you're saying with your video, the hijab was revealed to the female companions. Are you saying, yeah, that Aisha and Fatima, yeah, used to put, you know, everything about the videos are haram, not just how you tell people how to wear hijab, the music, you know what I'm saying, the makeup, the plucking the eyebrows, the whole thing it's nothing to do with worship and prayer and being modest. It's got nothing to do with it. At the end of the day, is that if you're honest with yourself, yeah, your thing is not a hijab tutorial. It's not telling. Be honest with yourself, yeah, and with your viewers. Stop lying to the people. Stop putting hijab tutorial or Islamic hijab tutorial. Just, you know what I'm saying? If you was to put on it, how to look sexy in a scarf, or Arab culture or Asian culture or Indian culture or whatever, no one would care, because that's culture. You see what I'm saying? That's nothing to do with the religion. You could put whatever, but when you put hijab, yeah, or you put Islamic hijab or this, that, and the other, you're talking about a religious uniform now, yeah. So at the end of the day, in reality, you know, on your video, wallahi sister, it's just best for you, for your own soul's sake, yeah, not to put hijab in the title, not to put Islam in the title, not to put Islamic in the title, you know what I'm saying, nothing to do with Muslim women in the title, yeah, or in the tags or anything. Just put whatever you want, that's between you and your Lord, whether it's how to look sexy in scarf, how to attract men in public, how to, look good in makeup. That's your business. That's a sin and all that stuff, yeah, and that's between you and Allah. But it's a million times worse when you connect it with religion, yeah. So at the end of the day, please, yeah, there's sisters, yeah, who are loyal to the Quran and the Sunnah, yeah, and the female companions, and they read about it from the books and the texts and the words of the scholars and the ulama and this, that, and the other and so forth, and they read it and they follow that, yeah. Don't embarrass them. Don't embarrass them by putting hijab in the title, by putting Islamic in the title, by putting things in the thing. Because to be honest, when you put all this makeup on, this, that, and the other, and so forth, and you know, where with scarf, it just looks like you're looking for more attention, whether you want to or not. It just looks like you're trying to look beautiful in public for everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so the whole thing is that just leave hijab. All I'm asking is that, and all the people that try and follow the Quran and Sunnah asking, yeah, is that you leave the religion out of it. Don't put hijab in the title, don't put Islamic in the title, don't put Muslim women in the title. Just leave the religion alone. If you want to do your fashion and your beauty stuff and your modern this, that you can do that Arab culture, Asian culture, Indian culture, whatever. Leave religion out of it, because what you're doing is not a hijab tutorial, yeah. It's basically for women with low self-esteem. It's basically how women can change themselves and look sexy in makeup and look sexy in public and look attractive for men in public. It's got nothing to do with hijab or worship or prayer or anything anything Islamic. So leave the religion alone. Just do your own thing, you know, but don't mix it with the religion. So the whole thing is that at the end of the day, if any of you sisters are watching, my advice is you, with all the videos where you had hijab tutorial, the best thing is to take them down. The best thing is to take all the videos down. I don't care if it has 1 million views, has 1 viewer, 100 views, take it down, because everyone who watches them videos with hijab tutorial on, yeah, and you've got makeup on and you've got plucked your eyebrows and you've got foundation and all this stuff, all this makeup and all this stuff on, and the music in the videos and stuff like that, if it's got 100 views, it's 100 sins. It's 1,000 views, it's 1,000 sins. If 10,000 views, 1,000 sins. If 1 million views, yeah, it's a 1 million sins. And think about it, from when things are on YouTube, they're on YouTube while you're sleeping. Like if someone got the texts from the Quran and Sunnah and said this is how you wear hijab, alhamdulillah, they can put it on YouTube, and while they're going about their business and this, that, and the other and so forth, they can get reward for it. And even when they're sleeping and people are watching it, they get reward for it. But as for your video with the makeup and this, that, and the other, the music and this, that, and the lipstick and the long eyelash and this, that, and the other, you're all you're doing is getting sin. And one of the reason why it really upset me and millions of converts and born Muslims that are trying to follow the Quran and Sunnah is there's going to be a sincere sister out there who takes shahada because she believes that there's only one God, that God is not a man, God is not a statue, God is not an animal and so forth. She took shahada, become Muslim, and then what it is because it's easier to go on YouTube than it is to go to the masjid. Yeah, she's gonna want to learn how to wear hijab, and then what she's gonna do, she's gonna type in hijab tutorial, yeah, and what she's gonna see on the what's gonna come up is not hijab, it's fashion, and she's gonna see all these born Muslim girls, you know, saying, you know, with makeup on, with lipstick on, with, you know, plucking their eyebrows and, you know, and all this stuff, chiseling their teeth, all this stuff, yeah. And she's gonna think, oh, these girls are born Muslim, maybe it must be okay to wear hijab and makeup and this, that, and the other, and so forth, yeah. And this is the worst thing, is that you're misguiding people. You're misguiding people of how to wear the hijab. Yeah, you're misguiding the people because you put hijab on it, and a hijab is a uniform. It's a religious uniform. So at the end of the day, every single person who watches that, yeah, you get a sin for, you know what I'm saying, for misguiding them, because it is misguidance. Just like how I said this, if someone told people how to pray and it's incorrect, it would be a sin. Yeah, it would be a sin and it would be misguidance. Same thing about how to fast during Ramadan. If someone put something up that's incorrect, it would be a sin and misguidance. And same thing about you, when you're putting up all these, you've got these hundreds of videos on hijab or tens of videos on hijab, and it's not hijab, it's beauty and fashion, it's makeup and fashion, it's nothing to do with hijab at all. So the whole thing is, at the end of the day, is yeah, it's best for your own soul's sake to take it down, and you know, and you know, like I said, Allah al-basir, the all-seeing, al-samir, the all-hearing. If what you're teaching in your videos is not as Allah says in the Quran, and how the Prophet ﷺ said, and how the female companions used to wear, if that's not what's in your video, then you're misguiding people, and it's a major sin. And wallahi, if you go into YouTube and type in hijab tutorial, the list that comes down, automatically, that is nothing to do with hijab. Makeup, you know what I'm saying, music, showing the fringe, you know what I'm saying, what is it, how can I say, bright, all different colours and this, that and the other, showing different parts of the body, scarf and tight jumpers and what is it, tight t-shirts and stuff like that, or jumpers and stuff like that, and leggings and stuff. This is not hijab. Hijab is a body covering. But anyway, there's too much stuff to go in, but you know, and you know, too much stuff to go over. But it's just advice. You know what these videos are about that you make and stuff, and you know it's not hijab. So my advice is just to take them down or retitle them. The best thing to take it down, because the fitna within itself, as a Muslim woman, you're not supposed to be doing that anyway. That whole thing, or you should have put women only on it and stuff like that. But the whole thing is that at the end of the day, as for as for connecting it to the religion, the hijab, that's worse. And the scholars say that innovation, a bid'ah, is worse than, what is it? Is worse than a normal sin. So you see, if someone's drinking alcohol, they know it's a sin. You see, if someone's smoking weed, they know it's a sin. You know, if someone's how can I say? If someone does how can I say? Someone lies about someone. It's clear these things are sin, because it's clear. You know, drinking, smoking. You know what I'm saying? Lying. They're sins. It's clear. But when you mix something with religion, so it has a religious thing, people start thinking it's halal. For example, how can I say? There's certain people, we know as Muslims, that we only pray to Allah, but there's certain Muslims who are ignorant, yeah, and they're following their culture. They may pray to the Prophet. Now, you know, why is this so bad? This is bad because, you know, you think because someone's praying that it's a good deed. But the worst thing is that you're praying to other than Allah. So when you mix a sin, yeah, in with religion, it becomes ambiguous, it becomes vague, it becomes mystical. You don't know. Well, they're praying. Praying is good. But we don't pray to human beings as Muslims. You see what I'm saying? No matter how great they are, whether the Prophet, whether it's Jesus, whether it's Moses, and so forth. So when you have hijab, which is a noble thing, modesty, piety, the female companions used to wear it, it's beautiful. But then when you put a makeup on it, the lipstick, the plucking the eyebrows, you know what I'm saying, the foundation and all this kind of stuff, then it becomes beautification. So it's like wearing something to look modest while making you trying to make yourself look sexy. It messes up the whole thing. It makes the hijab look cheap. It makes the priceless hijab look cheap and Barbie-ish. So anyway, I end with saying thank you for taking the time out to watch, inshallah. If you're one of these sisters, you know, who has millions of subscribers, you know, on YouTube and this, that, and the other, please take down the videos, inshallah. I say that we as Muslims will never have, you know, respect or admiration again, or reach victory again, until we understand the three categories of Tawhee. We have a pure Aqidah. And instead of following the actors and the rappers and the models and this, that and the other, we come back to the true examples and role models, the prophets, the companions, and the rest of the Salaf, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share the video, because if you don't share the video, no one else will see it. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.